Adding this to the list of things that you know for a fact but probably shouldn't repeat. Again, this is the consequence of wanting to be like a cosmopolitan, urbane kind of neo-Nazi social figure, but being condemned to spend time with your own audience.
30% of voters can't name all 3 branches of government, 13% can't name even one, and only 7% know all 5 First Amendment freedoms. 80% can't locate Iraq or Afghanistan on a map. Would you support a modern voter literacy test to incentivize more informed voting? Or any other solutions to incentivize more informed voting?
Maybe, I don't know. That's just like idiotic. You know, thinking the problem is like people, uninformed people are voting. Uninformed people are the only thing keeping the country going. The 20% of people that could find Iraq on a map are all liberals, okay? The 20% of informed voters that could find Iraq on a map, it's probably like 2% are veterans and 18% are like lib shits that went to college.
It's not too late, Fuentes. You've got money, okay? You've got a lot of money. You could drop all of this, move to Astoria, and just hang out with cute cat boys and e-girls for literally the rest of your life, okay? You've got money to make America your playground. You can drop all this bullshit and just hang out with you don't have to. You can wear the designer clothing, okay? You can have the cat ears on. I'm not even making fun. You're in a hell of your own making. Oh, he will grift left later. No, I don't want him to grift left. I just want him to drop it. He doesn't like being surrounded by... Look, sometimes I think, man, I'm surrounded by autists when I look at chat, but I still think of you endearingly. He hates his audience, and who could blame them? At least you guys have charm and heart. His audience is full of, like, incel neo-Nazis. You're not gonna get... Like, it's not just that they're autistic, right? They're, like repugnant on every level. And he gets it, you know? As a live streamer, you can't cultivate a base of these people and then live divorced from them, right? Their attitude saturates your life. You begin to resent them, you know? You go live and you're like, oh my fucking God. You see the character of the people communicating in your chat and you're like, oh, that's cringe. You see some guy being like, you know, should I break up with my girlfriend? You know, she said she likes this show, but the show was made by a Jew. And Nick Fuentes is like, it doesn't fucking matter, dog. Can't you tell when I'm anti-Semitic? It's just for the fucking vibes, man. I don't give a shit. Come on. I'm being real. It's not a bit. It's not a bit. Did you see that 3-minute long stretch of him shitting on his donos because they're all stupid? Well, yes, and that's kind of what I'm referring to.
Taking my girlfriend to Ireland over Halloween. She told me I need to get a costume. Going to be interesting when she asks why I only packed a Burger King crown in my luggage. Hashtag she need main. Caesar Augustus sent $20. How significant is the Siberia II deal between Russia and China?
I haven't read enough about it.
Judge Holden sent $10. What do you think about Kaczynski's thesis that modern ideologies, leftism, feminism, etc.
Kaczynski's thesis? Oh, I'm getting a shout out. Do I get royalties for this?
Are a symptom of the unnatural conditions placed upon us by post-industrial
Can you fuck off and
Spazzer
kill yourself?
$15. Half the power of the keys is the power of binding and loosing. This power is first given to Peter the foremost apostle. Later Christ gave this.
Right, you have no quote. You just have cope.
Red Pill Plug sent $50. As a near 100% ethnic German, Nigel Heil Hitler, and Heil Führer Fuentes, leader of the Fourth Reich. And above all, hail Jesus Christ who took the punishment on the cross which we deserve for our sins.
Oh my
we can win,
gosh.
but it will take all of us creating solutions, a decentralized army.
No, exactly. It's embarrassing. You want like a cool, like square-jawed, chiseled, jawboned army of Aryan warriors who, you know, they got the good shit posts online, but they're also socially competent and they're, you know, they're like, they're militant and they're imposing and they're powerful. But this doesn't, it never shakes out that way, does it? Just move to Astoria.
Christian Don sent $15. Do you feel the same amount of empathy for the children in the Holocaust as you do for the children in Gaza today?
He crashed out and got mad at chat for saying Stalin was a Jew and called them retards. Yeah, because again, like it doesn't fucking... because he's acknowledged that the only... actually believing in the JQ makes you a schizophrenic, okay? It turns you into a lunatic. There's no way to believe in the JQ and be cool about it. There's no way. I'm not even talking about the moral implications. It just turns you into a fucking loser, right? Like, you'll be talking about how Stalin was based because of his, I don't know, jawline or something, and some sniveling retard who has never gotten pussy will walk up to you and say, wasn't Stalin a Jew? This is an unsalvageable dynamic. I'm just saying he would be happier if he was up there with the e-girls in like a studio loft or something, you know? Fuentes, you need to transition, period, but also into making like lifestyle videos. Make food on camera. I don't know. Tell me how you like to organize your room. All right? Get some like fancy carved wooden stools that cost $3,000 each. They're made by like a legendary Japanese furniture maker from the 1970s, and put them in your apartment and talk about how they've improved your life. I don't like it. Just the world's an open. Yeah, get into stained glass. It probably does make it worse that Nick doesn't believe jack shit that he says. Look, it's, as is often the case with these people, it's whether or not they believe in it is largely irrelevant. They believe what is based, right? And it's not based to have an army of autists hanging on your every word, but who are also desperate to be contrarian. I would know, trust me. Again, the thing that saves it for me is that I actually believe in the shit that I say, like on a ground level. I just believe it empirically. And also I think you guys have a lot of charm. You know, there's a positive moral current to what we do here that I'm fond of, you know?
Yeah, I mean, to the extent that that's real.
Is there any room in your movement for orthodoxy? I ask this not because you are a Catholic, but because
Yeah, just stop being annoying as fuck.
Ryan.
It goes on like this for a while. Anyway, finish the original clip, okay?
College. It's probably like find Iraq on a map. It's probably like 2% are veterans and 18% are like lib shits.
Wouldn't you want to watch Astoria Nick Fuentes? Like, imagine he goes dark for a year and then he comes back and he all of a sudden he has opinions on like Japanese cutlery. He doesn't mention politics at all. Okay? It's just his personality, and he's like, yeah, I got these. They were like $200 and I thought they were ripping me off, but ever since I started using them, I just think there's potential. Why is he holding a pumpkin to his head like an ice pack? Well, I think he looks like he has a really bad migraine, but I think this was from Halloween.
That went to college. It's probably like 2% veterans, 2% like talk radio boomers who are like, nah. And then the other 16% are liberals that went to college. So no. If we had I'll be the first to say, if we had a voter literacy test, Democrat landslide imminent. And it would disqualify all blacks. It would disqualify 80% of Hispanics. But you know who would be voting? College educated whites and Asians, and they're all liberal. So no, that's not the issue. That wouldn't solve nothing.
Thrasimic has sent.
Things would get worse faster.
Thrasimic has sent $21.
That's always the saving pitch, right? He might, like, if you're an audience member, he might think you're an unsalvageable, low IQ, degenerate, but at least you're not black. Except statistically speaking, a significant portion of his audience is black or Latino. So, you know, you get what you get. Listen, all I'm going to say is the last IRL Nick Fuentes fan I saw was the guy who met Sneeko out there after Zoran Mamdani won in New York, and he was like a 4'9" Central American guy. Like, he said Mexican, but he said it kind of nervously. That I don't think he was Mexican. I think he was further from America, you know, than that. You all get me, right? Probably more white people watch Vosh than Fuentes. That's true, because because I'm very white. You know, for one, like attracts like to an extent. But also I don't appeal to pick-me's, right? So I don't really have that that wing going for me. I sympathize, I really do. I sympathize. I can't help it. I'm just too empathetic of a person, you know. I see a live streamer struggling with the character of their audience, and just innately my heart goes out. My heart goes. Sorry.